Today is April 1st, which means that it is April Fool's, the one day of the year where you can trust no one, but it's also kind of funny at the same time. But pranks and tomfoolery aside, this also means that today is the start of Autism Acceptance Month. Everyone has heard about autism spectrum disorder, but how many people actually know what it is?
I think autism is a disorder that affects people in their brain, and it makes them harder to understand social cues sometimes and to learn some things.
Well, autism, from what I know, is a brain disorder. It's just something that people are born with. It's just a part of life, I suppose.
I know autism is a spectrum disorder that deals with a lot of things such as behavior and education sometimes too. But that is all I personally know.
I believe autism is a disorder that affects your brain. It challenges people, impairs them a little. It's more of a mental disorder rather than physical.
Okay, those were responses, alright. Let's take it over to Ms. Gillis to explain everything you need to know about autism.
So autism is what we consider a neurodevelopmental disorder. It's classified by two main categories of symptoms. So the first is some type of deficit in social interactions, whether that be nonverbal or verbal social cues, something along those lines. And then the second is what we call restrictive repetitive interest. So it can be anything from a topic that someone's really into or just repeating words, something like that. It is a spectrum disorder, so there's no two people with autism are going to look the same or act the same. What's happened a lot historically is that people without autism have been kind of putting on these movements to raise awareness about autism, and the autistic community had some things to say. So it's more coming from the actual people who have autism. There's a lot of things that we can do, but I think asking students who have autism is probably the first step. What we can do differently and listening to that and trying to put those suggestions in place. There's no better person to learn from.
Thank you, Ms. Gillis. That's all for today. This has been Vinh Nguyen with Code News, and back to you in the studio.